So with some dogs, yeah, they don't have the prey drive on that scale. But when you have a dog that does have prey drive on that level, you can't be speaking in a high voice like it's your baby. I'm just saying that now, yeah. Sometimes, Bella, wait. Sometimes when I go to the vet, they'll be in a high voice, and I literally have to say to them, please don't put yourself in a high voice. Just have a normal voice, because it sets off the excitement in the dog. And a lot of people that have dogs, right, that don't have high prey drive, don't understand that, and they just think that you're being harsh on your dog and that. But there are some dogs, right, that just aren't babies. They're prey driven, and you have to treat them differently from your everyday dog. Like, wait, Bella, wait. Obviously, discipline. Wait, is important. Discipline is important, obviously. But discipline isn't always enough. I'm telling you from experience. And anybody that's got a high prey drive dog will know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking a load of rubbish. And the thing is, when you go for any crossbreed, you don't know how it's going to turn out. You don't know whether you're going to have the highest prey drive litter mate, or whether you're going to have a docile litter mate. Like my boy, who was a British Bulldog cross Staffy, he had good prey drive, but it was controlled prey drive. And if you see the difference in, they were both trained similar. If you see the difference with Belle and see the difference with my boy, you can see that every dog is an individual, and you can't train them all with the same. You know, like when you hear about these dog, what is it, psychologists or whatever they call themselves, behaviourists. That new trendy fashion word that came out, I think it was it 10 years ago that behaviourist thing came out? I think, was it 10 or 20, was it 20 years ago? I don't know, I can't remember. But all of a sudden everybody was a dog behaviourist and going and studying for a degree for dog behaviour. And it's like, dogs are individuals, you know what I mean? You can't treat every single dog, walk on Bella, the same, because they are individual dogs, individual personalities, individual levels of drive. You might get a Presa Canario cross Staffy that might not have the same drive as her, because it might have taken on a lot more of the build of the Presa, so it might be a little bit more heavy duty. But if it's got more of a Staffy body, that means it's got less limitations, and it's going to have a high drive because it's got the Presa drive in it and the Staffy drive in it, and it's got the Presa agility and the Staffy agility. If you look at a Presa Canario, for the size of the dog, it is very agile. It's probably the most agile Mastiff, and that is what I've got here. Go on, Bill. Yeah. So, good girl, Bella. Like, a walk isn't enough. Drop it. Drop. Wait. Drop. Wait. Go on, Belle. Get it, Bella. Go get it, Bella. Get it. Get it, Belle. Just, aye. Just to search for it. She can't see it. She missed it. Go get. Bella. No, I'm having to point to her. She's taking instructions. Look, she's looking at my way I'm pointing. Get it. Look, she's pointing. Look, she's going where I'm telling her. That's the good thing about her, you know. Look, she's good girl, Bella. Good girl. So although she's high driving, she's a nightmare pulling on the lead and all the rest of it, she does listen to me in many, many ways. And when I'm at home, she's the easiest dog to live with. I'm not even joking. She's the easiest dog. She was easier than my bulldog. My bulldog Staffy was a whining. Do you know what I mean? He weren't so easy to live with. She's a lot easier to live with than my bulldog Staffy. Let me make sure, because 11 o'clock. When I come out in this weather, I only give her a few ball runs, but it helps just release her energy. Do you want to drop it? One more? One more? So far we've done 2, and you can see already she's having enough. One more? Come on, Belle, let's just walk then. Let's just walk. No, she don't want any more. Because the thing is, we have to walk. It's quite a distance home. Good girl, Belle. But she's a very smart dog. Wait, Bella, stay there. Stay. Yeah, when you know, like when you're in the grass. When you're in the grass, right? When you're in this type of grass, just make sure that they don't have anything stuck onto them. You know, which is very easy for the grass to stick onto these dogs. Good girl, but she's already panting, so I think I've enough. We've only done 3 ball throws, but I think it's enough. So anyway, what I was trying to say to you about the Preza mix, right? Because some people say, oh, your dog don't look like a Preza, but she doesn't look like a Preza because she looks like a big staff. And the reason being is because she's half staff. The other thing is, if you look at her Preza body and you look at her body, you can see that the sort of like Preza shape, you know, there is like a miniature shape. Do you know what I mean? Miniature Preza shape. So you can see the Preza in her, definitely, when you compare her with the Preza Canaria, but she's just a lot smaller. She's about 20 kg in weight. I think you've had enough. You're already tired. I'm going to give you one more, Bella, because you just dropped it. Don't jump, Bella. Don't jump. No jumping. No jumping. There you go. Good girl, Bella. My boy, right, Bulldog Cross Staffy, was amazing at catching the ball, but she's not so good at catching it. She's not so good at catching it, but she's good at. She was a lot faster than him. I think you've had enough. You've got red eyes. Her eyes are red. Drop it, Belle. Drop it. Drop it. Drop. Good girl. That's all we're doing today, Bubba. Not doing any. Look, she's still jumping. Let me give her one more. The thing is about these dogs, right? They won't know when to stop, so you have to make sure that you stop for them. Do you know what I mean? Because they won't know when to stop in this kind of weather, you know. So I'll just leave it. That's enough of that. The only way that you can stop a dog in its tracks sometimes is to have a very harsh tone or voice to click it out of its high drive fixation. But even when I have a harsh tone, sometimes she doesn't even, you know what I mean? So walk on, Bella, walk on, Bella, walk on. So we might see some cats walking down here, and then you might get the idea of what we're talking about. The reason why I'm saying this and I want to show this is because I'm seeing too many people on the internet, right, that don't have a clue about high drive dogs and think that the owners are cruel, walk on, Villa, because they have a harsh tone in their voice when they're disciplining or directing or guiding or whatever you want to call it with their dog. And you literally cannot, with a high drive dog, this is from my experience, and I'm not saying I'm an expert, but you cannot always be talking in a high tone, walk on, with your dog, especially when there's cats about, furries about, squirrels about, or even if you're trying to train the dog to do something, you can't be doing it in a high tone, because it will just jump, the dog will just jump about and think that you're getting it excited. It won't listen, you know what I mean? And sometimes a normal tone like the way I'm speaking right now isn't enough to push it out of whatever word you want to use, high drive, fixation on a cat, for example. There's no cats around here, so it's not like I can really show you. Well, she's looking for them, look. She's looking for them, she's constantly looking for them. You know the reason why this happened with her? And I managed to get it out of my boy, I managed to get it out of the boy, but I didn't get it out of her, unfortunately, and I missed the window. There is a window with high drive dogs where you can redirect them, and when they're puppies, when they're tiny puppies, up to about, I think it's about 4 or 5 months, 5 months old. Something like that from what I've experienced. And I managed to get it out of boy. He could walk past a cat, and he could walk past birds, and it was amazing. But with Bella, I haven't been able to do it, and the reason why I haven't been able to do it is one, that she's a lot higher in drive, but two, because she had a trait in her that wasn't very desirable, which was running after bikes and trying to grab them and pull them down and all that when she was a baby, when she was a puppy. So I spent like 3-4 months, I think it was, training her out of that. And then I just forgot, I just didn't even think about the cats and the squirrels and the rest of it. And so I missed the window, unfortunately, because it was so tough to get her out of that bike thing, running after the bikes. And I just thought, okay, she's a puppy, people might just put up with it at the moment, but when she's older, they're not putting up with her running after their bike when she's a bigger dog. There's no way. So I knew that I had to get her out of it to be able to walk her down the road. And the cats, unfortunately, suffered.